Here I'll be showing you how to download and install Smart PSS Lite on your Mac. So I'm on my MacBook. I'm going to go under blog, and we use Smart PSS Lite to manage live stream cameras. So here you can find it in this post called Set Up a Live Stream Camera Without Monthly Charges. If you scroll down in this section here, we talk about installing the PC software. So you can click your Mac version of Smart PSS Lite, and it opens up the link to download it from our Google Drive. You just keep clicking on it and download it onto your downloads folder on your Mac. And once it finishes, what you do is you find it in your downloads folder. And then it's a zip file, so you need to double click it to unarchive it. And then you click on this DMG file. And then you hold and click and drag it into your applications folder. Depending on the security settings of your MacBook, you may or may not get prompted for allowing this as an exception in your security settings on your Mac. I'm using, by the way, an M1 ARM processor-based Mac. Smart PSS Lite only works on ARM processor-based Macs. Those are the newer generations, not the Intel ones. I close out of the window. Now I'm going to go into my Launchpad and find Smart PSS Lite and click on it, and it will load for the first time. Initially, it will verify the Smart PSS Lite installation, so it may take some time on your computer. We suggest you have at least 16 gigs of RAM on your Mac, if not 8 gigabytes of RAM, and at least free hard drive space of 64 gigabyte. This is asking me, it was downloaded from the internet. Do I still want to open it? I click open. You have to agree to these terms to install the software. Set a password in here. So I set a password, which is our default, and I clicked on auto login after registration. It asks you to set security questions. I'm just putting none for all of mine. And then it installed it. So now what I need to do is I can add a camera. I'll show you that now as a second step of the video. So we've finished installation of Smart PSS Lite. Now in the second section, I'll show you how to add a camera. So now I'm going to show you how to add a device. I'm going to minimize my window in the background to make it easier for you to see. And I'm going to double click here on this gray bar to maximize the Smart PSS Lite window. To add a device in Smart PSS Lite, you go to Devices and then you click Add. I'm going to use the add mode. There are two different ways to add: IP or domain name. If you have port forwarding on an external device, you would use that. Or if you're just doing on the local network and you know the IP address. In this case, where we prefer customers using the serial number method, which allows you to get cloud connectivity to this from anywhere without having to do any port forwarding. This is the simplest, easiest method to follow, and this is our preferred that we'll be doing this guide under. So I'm going to name my camera. So I have named my camera Outdoor PTZ. I'm putting in my serial number from the device, and this is the same thing as the QR code. You can scan it from the box on the camera, or you can find it inside the web interface of the camera, or you can even email us to ask us what the serial number of your device is if for some reason you've lost it. We keep records of this. Username is admin, and the password, I'm going to type the password for my camera. Yours may be different. Please check the box. It has a label on there for what the password is. Hit add and continue. You can X out of here, wait for this to connect. Automatically, it usually does it on its own. Or you can click this manual login to force it to connect sooner. Mine already did. This status changed from offline to online. Now if I go to home and live view, I can double click on here and it will display my camera. We use this for security. That's why we have these rules set up. And yours will not have these rules, so don't be confused about why you're seeing this. Ours has some AI setup in our particular camera model. If you have a pan tilt zoom camera, you can control it using this PTZ option to set it and even control the zoom on it as well. This is a 4 megapixel pan tilt zoom if you're interested now. So now I'm going to show you how to get into the camera. Close this live view out. When I connect it to my camera, or when you connect to your camera, you'll see that it has this little World Wide Web icon that becomes enabled after a few minutes of logging in. If you click on this, it will open up access to the camera using a web interface. It does some internet magic to get into the camera's web interface without having to do port forwarding. Most models, it should work. There's a potential in some models it may not. We have seen on the Mac that certain cameras may not connect this way when only using them on the Mac version of Smart PSS Lite. We cannot guarantee this capability on every Mac computer and camera model. However, if you have Windows, you can certainly do these same steps using the Windows version of Smart PSS Lite and get into the camera web interface. So that is a note I wanted to make. Now here I can log into the camera using my password that I specified. You'll find your password on the camera box like I explained before. Hit login and the camera web server will let you log in and view the video through the web interface. Now if you're using this to change settings on your camera, you can certainly follow this tutorial to do that as well. But here I'm focusing on showing you how to enter your, let's say, your YouTube URL. So I'm going to go to Settings. Now when you're in Settings, you can go to Network and Access Platform. You may have noticed it's turned green. I'm using a virtual machine, so it doesn't do encoding the best. So you can ignore this. It's just an artifact of my virtual machine not encoding properly. But go to Access Platform here and make sure you go to RTMP. You enable it. Select Custom, Mainstream, and then put in your YouTube stream key here. So I already have an older version of my stream key. I'm going to open up a notepad, or a text pad rather, and put in the key here. So when you're making a YouTube stream upload on our Avalonix Live Stream Cameras, the YouTube stream key consists of, and this is from YouTube itself. Let me show you where this comes from. I'm logged into my YouTube studio, and it will show you your stream key when you go to create a live video. So let me show you in our YouTube channel. We go to Create, Go Live. And in this section, when it loads, it will provide you the information you need to connect your camera to YouTube. Here's a stream key. I'm going to copy it. You should copy yours as well. And then paste it somewhere in your text pad. And then here is the stream URL. You need to copy that and paste it in front of that key and put a /. That / is very important. So if you don't do that, your stream key will not work. Copy all of this together, no extra spaces or trailing white spaces, etc. And replace anything you may have. Paste it in here, hit save, and press OK. Now while it's doing that, I will go over certain things if you have changed on your camera for some reason. If you're following this video because your stream stopped working for some reason, under the video, you have to make sure you're using H.264. Smart codec is off. You can select whatever resolution. I selected 1440p. That's what this is. Frame rate is 30. Make sure its bitrate is set to CBR. If you get error messages in your video, it's most likely you've changed these two figures here. And under audio, for the live stream cameras, make sure it's enabled even if you don't have a mic connected on your camera. Otherwise, YouTube will not accept the stream if audio is not being sent over. Now, here's a view of my YouTube, and I can see in my studio that my camera is working. This timestamp is updating, and this says my connection is excellent. So what I showed you here is how to get set up from beginning to end on connecting the Avalonix Live Stream Cameras to YouTube on a Mac using the Smart PSS Lite. You can also use this video to troubleshoot any connection issues you have. Come back to this page and change your stream key if for some reason YouTube drops your stream. You can edit the stream. You can disable it if you want to stop the stream by just checking this and hit save. Please refer to our post that we have on CCTV Camera World, which I showed you before, which provides a full guide on how to connect your live stream camera online. This one focuses on Twitch. We've got plenty others that focus on YouTube as well. And the same process that we showed here is outlined in our guide. Twitch and YouTube are very similar. The only thing in Twitch is your stream URL is a little bit different. You can find it here in this section where you combine an ingest code and the ingest server, and you combine them together with the stream key. So you combine the stream key and the ingest server together to stream to Twitch. Hopefully you found this video useful. Thanks for watching.
If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.